Hey everybody, this is Fran Fraschella, draft expert and basketball junkie. To everybody who's watching, let's get our friends at General Manager Games the subscribers they deserve. Just press that red subscriber button and immerse yourself in sports AI through GM Games content. And on Twitter, it's GM_games. Let's get after it. Let's go.
Guys, it's Chris from GM Games here, and we have Draft Day Sports Pro Football 2025 as a first look. Going to tell you a little bit about the new features, going to go through some different sections of the game, and give you a sense of what it's all about. But what it mostly is about this season is speed. But before I get to that, just a reminder that GM Games is gmgames.org. That's General Manager Games. And on our website, there's a huge database of all the games. We're tracking them every year. And so for lots of different sports and things of that nature. So please come on over. And we have a giant Discord of 4,000 some odd people. All right. So now let's get into the actual product itself. This is the newest edition. Everyone, wants a football manager that is like NFL. So gradually, it just takes time, and we're constantly adding to this one. But this one has done a DPI upgrade on the visuals, and what it's also done is sped everything up. So you'll see now as we go through the menus, I'm still using a Mac VMware Windows installation, but you're going to see things go pretty quick as we go through this in the game. Now, a reminder, just as I go into different parts and sections of the game itself, for example, I'm going to go into a team and I'm going to show you Atlanta. And when I go in the roster, I just want you to know that these images for Bijan and for Kirk Cousins, they don't come with the game. These are mods. That mod is made by Slybell, which is all the real logos. And then all the player images is another mod. Both available from Slybell, all available on wolverinestudios.com and on our forum to get started on that. So let's talk a little bit about the game, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to at least get us into one of the teams so that we can actually move forward and do some stuff. Right now, I have this guy, I guess, I'm just looking at the team itself, but what I should do is get into the league home. Then we got to configure the teams, and let's pick somebody maybe we can draft with and get a good player next season. So Carolina, bit in shambles. We'll see where they go. We'll take the CPU off on them, and we'll get back to the game. Let's take a look a little bit at Carolina, since that's now the change. Let's look at our depth charts, and let's also talk about the new features that are in this product for this season. All right. So besides the UI and DPI change, this is a 2500 almost PX width monitor. So you can see the DPI and it's a lot more crisp when I'm looking at it. And so that's a visual user interface improvement. But it does speed things up for going through your teams and all that. But the next up is strategy and coaching roles. There are a couple things we'll talk about before we get going here as well. But first of all, coaching roles. Okay, so you go to the staff. There's a lot of different jobs here, and then you're getting a lot of information. These are not the real names, so from real life, but you do have more of a random generation that was done at some point. And maybe if I turn that off, they'd be there. But anyways, this is what's assigned. You're going to get a lot more detail about your coaches on different things that they're up to, the history that keeps their database information there. And so that's all there. It's all flying around. You can see the menus are going really fast as they go through things. Clicking around, closing windows, that kind of good stuff. Play calling's improved, so we've got to wait till a game to get to that. But how the coaching role is expanded? Well, basically, the roles do impact various player development and in-game strategies. So that's definitely for playbooks, but also obviously the way your players kind of move along over time and how they perform and change ratings, basically. All right. And so from that point, I think the next thing we might want to get into is a bit of maybe game calling, but let's advance. I might show a little bit before I get into free agency, a little bit of the media that's going on. So when you're in the media screen now, you're going to get power rankings. you're going to get some other team stats, a bit more about the attributes of the teams. But as you go through, there is a new section, kind of condenses it. The home has a combination of this stuff. Like, for example, you come to the home here, you're going to see news, nothing at this stage, but you're going to get some magazines, some reporting on the staff around the association or the league itself. So magazines, you can see these are 4 big ones. There's the draft guide, see who's the top prospects. Maybe let's have a little peek at that, just to see who we might get later on. So there's a real good safety here. There's a great tackle, protect that quarterback for Bryce Young, and different quarterbacks if we want to bail on Bryce Young, a guy out of Auburn. But that's the kind of idea. You can get back to the magazines, you can get more of the draft history, who owns picks, and all that good stuff. But let's keep it moving, let's keep it rolling, and let's get through the free agency. All right. So with the free agency itself, we're just going to kind of cruise through the rounds, but I'm going to load up a screen where you can essentially bid on the free agents. You can get a bit more of the report of the free agents that are there. And of course, like any great spreadsheet, you can sort the columns. And then from that point, we can do some bidding. You can see who's around. Nobody really probably is that exciting, maybe first year free agency, until we roll over a season or two. But really, this is just to fill in some spots. So we're going to complete the rounds here and keep it going. See the news, get through the preseason, maybe play a season, then do a draft, maybe watch our draft pick a little bit in the game, do some play calling, and talk about the new features that way. So we're done that. We're going to advance now by a stage. So that stage is done. We're in the media. The media screen was where I left off. So we're going to get into the preseason. But what I think before we get into the preseason, let's at least make sure we're starting Bryce over Dalton. Maybe get some development out of the season. So with that in mind, we're going to go over to, I'm going to go to the team. We're going to go to Carolina. We're going to go to the depth. And what do we got? I did add them as I'm going to make sure it's Bryce though. All right, so that's left. I think it's going to be default. Quick view roster. No. Just leave that. These are packages though. Who works for them? Roster. What do we got here? What's with the light bulb? I don't know the light bulb went too long. But anyways, that seems, oh yeah, they can mentor Bryce Young. So that's good. That's aging vets. Just show you some other screens before I go around the training. Okay. I didn't show stats so much, but we don't have any. We got the schedule. You got a history of your team, the almanac with a bunch of different things, and team configuration. So a bit more of the customization from the aesthetics. All right. So then now what we're going to do is we're going to sim some games. We're going to sim the preseason at least. So let's go through these like 3 odd weeks or so. And let's just get to see a few weeks in and see through the playoffs. Let's sim this season though. Okay, so we got to do a roster tweak. There is some auto stuff, I believe, with the CPU to set the roster. You auto roster here. Okay, that kind of fixes that. And we're going to sim this season because I want to get to a draft. And then maybe with a draft pick, we can play around with the players. But what's improved as well is the player search. Okay, so as fast as this is now going, when you go to the search players on the left, you're going to have a lot more attributes, a lot more filtration to be able to look up what you need. And that moves pretty quickly. So after this, maybe I'll just go to that real quickly. You can go see things that are going on around the association. These are the 100 type players, you know, those famous Madden type perfect players. Well, who's on that list? Well, we got Nick Chubb at times, and that's the way this game's been set, but it's pretty accurate. Pretty strong conversion of ratings from real life to get you going a bit into the seasons and then watch that evolve. All right. Now, in terms of financial aspects, it still has contracts, franchise tags, all that good stuff. The financial management's still there, and you can focus on team building with that. So we're in the playoff round. Wow, no surprise, we're not anywhere there. But I do kind of want to see our stats before we just sim through all that. And so we'll go back to Carolina, take a look at the stats. Hopefully, from what I said, Bryce Young played most of the year. Oh my God. QB rating 41.5, 19 picks. Poor Bryce. Those stats are not pretty in that first year. Is he regressing? Let's look at the profile. Does he have potential? Does it show us that still? We don't see much of the potential rating there. I think the game's just about ready to give up on him. Not a lot of change for statistics there. He has some different analysis you can look at and how he does certain parts of the field, where he throws to and all that. And definitely like, how do you handle the blitz and all that. So anyway, strategy, this is interesting. You got your blitzing percentages. Of course, that matters a lot. Man versus zone, that matters a lot. And so with that kind of stuff, that's a lot of advanced statistics you're getting now on, fantasy sites and analysis of the games. So we're going to wrap up the playoffs. We're going to sim the rounds. I'm going to predict that. How's it going here with stats? The Niners, oh my goodness. Looks like we got some logos on the wrong spots there. So I got to fix that up, at least before I get going to the rest of the game. So that's just my mod. So I apologize for the latest version and all that, but we'll fix that on my side. But let's get to All-Star Bowl. I guess it's the Pro Bowl. Who made it? It looks like all the logos are correct there. So it's a little odd that it's just on that screen, the playoffs. Okay. What were the brackets like? That was working correctly. Ravens smashed the Chiefs. I mean, Lamar Jackson has been wanting to do that for a while. All right, so we'll keep going, and we're going to show a little bit of the 2D. So complete the season. I want to do the draft, actually. We need help. Boy, do we ever need help. So let's keep it advancing. There's ways of scouting the draft a lot better. You can see who's upcoming. There's a range about who's projected to be top 10, all that kind of good stuff. This is a bit of a different scouting points system that's in play here, not just kind of making it kind of seem simple for me, because I think if I go to media, magazines, and draft, I'm going to get, the kind of the top 10 projections things, top 100, right? Best quarterbacks. Maybe I will replace them if I'm one of the worst teams. I probably have to be with 20 picks. Advance, next. We're going to go roll that date over. So Sturgill out of Auburn. See, all the logos working here. So that was just that view, I guess. I'm still in an early version of the game. Still just fixing a couple things. All right, let's get into the draft. So let's keep it going. Staff, I'm not going to worry about that. So let's just keep that rolling. And it's important, though. You can see, though, that you need to get the good staff. You can see you might be able to grab around the league. We're going through a few of those rounds now. And let's have some fun. Let's get a draft pick. Let's watch how they do in their season and all that. So restricted free agency, I'm not going to worry about this because we don't have a lot of time on this video. You can just watch me play, maybe a let's play someday or whatever. But we're completing those rounds. Free agency is done. Completing the scouting. And so now if we scout the draft, you see the projections are coming in here. So Sergio, is he still in the top 10 projections? Not so much. Not so much. We got this Douglas Green guy. He looks really good. Might go with someone like, that. But let's see what happens. I don't know where we are. This is the montage of the draft. So you get a little hype up. Background should probably be the Bellagio now in Vegas, where the boats just go up when they do the draft picks. We're not at that point yet. This guy, Douglas Green, someone I want. Center, that's always useful. I didn't really break down my team, but let's see. We're the second pick. So let's just hope after CPU pick, they don't take our QB. No, they took Hunt. Okay, so we want to go Douglas. So then you go into your war room. Offer a trade or open the war room, sorry. So that took over the top choice. Douglas Green. Okay. What about Sturgill early on? Is he down there? Yeah. Oh, it does suggest, though, Douglas Green. It's interesting that our defensive coordinator doesn't want a defensive player. He wants a quarterback. And our head coach is saying get the safety. All right, we're getting Douglas Green. We're leaving the draft screen. We're wrapping up the draft. And we're going to play a little bit. Roderick Hunt, #1. Look at the news. He's all hyped up. All right, we're going to advance. CPU finishes the draft because this game moves quick. Bang. That's how fast it was able to draft now. So inbox, just so you know, there are things telling us they're sleepers. Usually it'll say when our coaches left as well. And it doesn't that happened kind of the off season. We're rolled over now. There's the date. So we're getting now into the next season. This is the traditional free agency. We're going to advance. Let's sim to, I don't know, late weeks in the season before we start doing some 2D. Play again. We're going to go through the weeks. I think the roster will need to be auto-updated at some stage before we go start the season. It looks like it's this screen that has the logos that just kind of act whack, but whatever. I'm sure that'll solve itself later. All right, so we're in a week 2. I haven't seen what we're up to yet. We're in a week 3. 1 and 2, we got a W though. Oh, you know what? Bryce Young might still be starting. That's my bad. Okay, let's change that. Carolina, we want to play Douglas all year round. Douglas Green. He's a 90. Check that out. All right. Let's see what we get out of him. So sim week 5, sim week 6, sim week 7, 1 and 5. We're not winning any games with him. Let's try to get a good matchup for us to go forward with. We're maybe a divisional game of some sort. I think we're on the bye there. I'm just scanning around my screen and I don't see. There we go. At the Eagles. All right, let's battle. So you can get the highlights after the game if you just want to watch to see this kind of 2D stuff play out. But let's get to the faster mode. Let's start a game. I'm going to show the aspects that have been upgraded in the new plate calling. All right, so there's a lot more kind of defensive strategies. Just so you know, there's also a feature called MVP, which is a first player perspective where you can just take on one guy from one POV view. Tails never fails. All right, we're receiving just because I'm going to show it for the video. Okay, we won the toss. And obviously, we're just going to play a normal kick. No one's going to try an onside or this soon, are they? No. Run back to the 20. So I guess it has the new kickoff rules probably. Maybe that's a touchback. Okay, so let's take a look at the packages now. What should we do? Look at this. We have our default stuff. We're in default packages. You can make other ones. We're in a 2 tight end formation. I think right now, probably the tryouts. We got Brooks as our running back, not Chuba Hubbard. But what you can do is you can pick the play right away, or you can see the way it looks like. So if we want to try the running back, I'm in the playbook, but the play itself, right, okay. This page. Let's just call this one the I formation. Rush. All right, we got our chunk 5. Miles Sanders, though, is getting the ball. Okay. Now let's try to see Douglas maybe go deep a bit. I mean, it's probably pretty obvious. I don't want to do Jeremy Stewart's offense. I think he's calling the plays. Okay, we're doing the default. I'm going to do my own. I'm going to try to throw him off with a sweep of some sort. Let's go sweep right, see how that play goes. Usually this pops up and then you can actually pick from a whole window though. Oh, here's a sweep. Chunk. All right, we're gonna try now. Still doing those guys. Let's go shoddy. Let's go that. I think Yeah, you get more of a view of that if you go through each play like this. That's the way to do it. Don't really need the big thing. All right, so we're gonna go deep ball. Hopefully he picks the guy that goes deep ball to the right. And then we got some blocking over here. Call that play. Let's go. Let's go, Douglas. Did we just run a sneak? Right, there's a rush. I'm going for it. You know, we're on a video here. Not punting, my friend. Default. I formation. We're doing the eagle style against them. We're going to go right up the gut. Draw play? No. Dive left. No, we've been doing left. Let's do right. Oh, that last one was the same place. Off tackle left. Let's go. Let's go. First down. D did it. Douglas Green handoff. Okay, let's get to some passing. So tight end jumbo. That's a good way to get some passing. Let's see here. We'll maybe hit that. All right, let's go. Let's call this one. Still running the ball. That's nice, though. We're just boring them with that offense. Okay. Default again. Same package. Shotgun. Can we please throw something for the crowd? All right. This has got to be a pass play. All right. See it right there. Let's go. Let's call it. Go, Douglas. Here we go. Yeah. Bang. Oh, we're getting there. Douglas Green looking nice. All right, what should we try to get a touchdown for everybody? Pro set, try something like that. What do we got in here? Let's get maybe some sort of something in the middle. We'll call that guy. Wow, that came so late. Face mask on Philly. Yeah, this is tacked on top. All right, here we go. Oh, yep. Penalty, what now? Are they gonna tell me afterwards? Oh, that was the penalty, maybe. Okay. We'll leave Jeremy Stewart's offense. Spread it. Slants. Let's hit some slants in the middle here. Bang, bang. Across the middle. Call it. So close, though. That's the... Oh! Missed it. So we tried to go outside. Saudi gives a little breathing room, but we should keep him honest. We should keep him honest here with an I formation. I think so. And then again, wide receivers running to the outside. Let's try that again. Hopefully not get picked for the next house. Let's go. Get that Douglas Green. Hit the guy on the sideline. Sucked. Oh, maybe that's why shotgun was needed. Okay, we need the space now. We ran that one already. And then, I don't like this Douglas guy's playbook. Should be able to change that. All right, 4 wide receivers, no blocking, probably another sack come in. But let's just catch them in the middle. Yeah? Curls. No, that's going outside. Let's go in. What's with the rub? What's the rub one? RB rub. Yeah, okay, maybe to the right. Okay, go. Catch him. Go! Oh, should we go for it? Okay, here it is, guys. 4th and goal. Field goals. No, we're not doing it. Sideline again. Two tight end jumbo. Let's just throw it in a whole maze of crap. But we don't want to run it. No, we don't want to run it. We want... this is like that Kelsey right in the middle. We want to just throw it right into the noise in the middle. Hopefully it doesn't get tipped. So maybe TE, what was it? T inside, right? Square in. Yeah. Here we go, 4th down. Money on the line for the video. Douglas Green. Bang. Turnover on downs. I'm sorry, everyone, that didn't work out. But you can just go through the game. Don't need to call any plays. We tried our best. Douglas Green, though, looks pretty good. I'm going to get out of this now, though. I don't want to actually have a result there. So the game ended. We're going to sim the season. Just see how Douglas Green did with that 90. And then we're going to almost wrap it up. So, I mean, you can do so much more. You can study the drafts. There's big almanac. The game engine, definitely they continue to work on realistic stats every single season. All right. And Carolina definitely did not make the playoffs, but and that screen's annoying me with the bad logos. We'll fix that eventually. But look at this. How's that for a first season? Douglas Green out of Brigham Young, BYU, more TDs and passes. You can see his performance log. He's had some decent games. That's an exciting future for us. Definitely. Anyways, this is Draft Day Sports. We only won 2 games. There's a lot of work to do. DDSPF25 is an acronym. Otherwise, come on our Discord as well, GM Games. We got 4,000 people on the server, and we chat about these games all the time, from football to basketball, football manager, and of course, out of the park baseball and other type games. All right. Thanks so much, and appreciate you checking us out.